Okay, normally I'm not a huge fan of Quentin Tarantino movies. They're good movies, just sometimes it feels like he either overstates something or doesn't quite hit the mark the way that it appears like he intended to do. With Django, this one being his homage to spaghetti westerns, he definitely hits the mark on this one. And this movie being about 2 hours and 40 minutes, it's got a really fantastic flow to it. Idea behind it is you have Christopher Waltz, who is playing a German bounty hunter, who ends up acquiring Django. Django being the character played by Jamie Foxx, who will be a Blue Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And he acquires him because Jamie Lee Foxx's character Django has actually seen these people that he's trying to hunt down, so you can get a really good sized bounty. So essentially he trains Django to be his bounty hunter, essentially his sidekick. And then through the process he's like, when we're done, I'm going to give you some money, I'm going to give you your freedom. And then he also finds out that Django's wife has been sold to a different slave owner. So he's in a place called Candyland. Before they get there, they have to go through a couple of smaller sequences before that, including an undeniably humorous section that deals with Don Johnson and Jonah Hill when they try to get together for essentially a clan raid. They do jokes about how tough it is to see through their bags. So there are business pieces of comedy that actually really well work. So the way they get into Candyland, which is where Leonardo DiCaprio's character is at, is by posing to try to become high-ranking people in the world of Mandingo fighting, which tends to be having your larger black slaves brutalize each other while white people stare at them and scream and throw money at them. So from a character standpoint, everyone gets a lot of very good development. Seeing Leonardo DiCaprio is kind of like a slimy, very racist slave owner of this massive property. He did a really good job at it. Everyone in these movies seem to just really nail their character. Christopher Waltz, again, is a fantastic character. He's probably one of the better actors we've got on this planet right now. Jamie Lee Foxx's character, nice. He's got a great tempo to it. It's a really phenomenal, dramatic role for him to have. So you have all this nice transition. Of course, Samuel L. Jackson, incredible performance out of him, playing essentially an older house slave. So your first 2 hours, you've got this very much stylized. And then the last 40 minutes is just an all-out bloodbath. When I say an all-out bloodbath, I mean all of a sudden it's everyone is getting shot at. And it's all of a sudden now it seems like it's the ending scene from Young Guns, where just bullets are flying everywhere, but now extended for about a 40-minute period. And that's where it becomes an unmitigated revenge flick. We're still throwing in nods here and there to the old school spaghetti westerns. This is easily probably my favorite Tarantino movie. And a great pacing to it, great acting, a really solid script. It's got moments that are kind of over the top, but they acknowledge that they're over the top, and they do a really good job when it comes to throwing in little bits and pieces of humor. All in all, and also the violence too. So this movie actually kind of fits every single thing you could want to see in a movie.